Hey everybody, I'm going to start off with PollEverywhere. This is what a poll result looks like. The question I chose to put up was, when you think of Waco, what word comes to mind? Because that's something we would do in our school. And these are the words that I had a class in the library, and they came up with some words. I think they thought of basketball, hawks, football, school sports, uniforms, and high, and it was because it was said high school. If you look at the results, the larger the word, the more people chose the word. And so that's what the results screen looks like. So if we go back and look, here's our home screen. This is the first thing you come up to um, after you sign up and stuff. So you have an activity right here, and you would create an activity by pressing the activity button. Sorry, there's the bell. You have multiple kinds of activities that you could choose from. You can do a multiple choice question, a word cloud, which is what I did when I had the screen up. Q&A is where you type a question, the students can answer, and then they can vote for one another's answers as well. Clickable image, you put in multiple images, and then the students can go in and choose one of those images. You could do a survey where you ask for questions. You could do an open-ended question where you ask a question and they have to answer that question. There's also a competition, which is kind of a way for students to compete against one another on who knows the answers. And there's lots of more things that they can choose that you can choose from, but in a 3 to 5 minute video, I don't think I can go through all of those. Some of the ideas that I had for using this with blended learning is multiple. If you used a multiple choice question, you could do something like, after you've read at night or watched your video, what you know what what's the answer to 2 plus 2? So then you see kind of if they have a basic understanding of what they read. A word cloud is something that you could possibly do when the students came back to school the next day. Have them give you words that they got from the reading or got from the video. What are some of the main ideas? And the more students that choose those things, again, the bigger the words are. As for Q&A, when you answer questions, have the students agree or disagree with one another's answers. What do they think is going on? Do they agree or do they disagree with whatever an answer is? The only thing I could really think of for the clickable image was possibly something in science. Maybe if you had science diagrams and they had to choose the correct diagram of a cell leaf or the diagram of the nervous system. Um, as for a survey, you could use that for just about anything. Giving students the option, what was their favorite part, or what did you understand, what did you not understand. And as for open-ended, that could just be questions that they have about the reading that you could then come back the next day and answer. Um, one of the cool things about this is when you create the activity, and I'm going to go back to this one just because this is the one that I created. You can configure it in multiple ways. They can respond via the website. They can respond via a text message. So if you have students that are allowed to bring in their own devices, which we don't, but you can limit them to, it have to be a screen name. They have to put in their real name. You can say that anybody that has the link can do this. And you can also choose to have them where they can only respond once, or they can respond as many times as they like. They could go in and change their answers or not change their answers. When they look at the screen, they're going to either see the responses or just the instructions. So you can choose that, and you can also use this same activity over and over again, because if I clear my responses, I can clear them one at a time, or I can clear them all. So it comes back in a blank screen. So if I used it for, let's say, a third period class, I could turn around and use it again for a fourth period class. And it's very simple to do. You just activate it. Once you activate it, they're allowed to respond. And then when you deactivate it, they're no longer allowed to respond. It's pretty simple. So I like the fact that it's simple, especially if you're just using it for one question or just a couple of questions.